All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 012667, 2024 CR 012668, State versus Jose Angel Cervantes. Can I have parties announced?
Michael De Leon for Mr. Cervantes.
And are you Mr. Cervantes?
Yes.
State in the ending in 6-8, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we are proceeding on count 1 and making counts 2 and 3.
No objection.
Mr. In each cause number, you're charged with indecency with a child's sexual contact. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine.
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No.
No.
In each of the cause numbers, your punishment is to be assessed at a $1,500 fine, 8 years in the prison. The cases will run concurrently. There's to be Chapter 62 compliance, and there's to be no contact with the complainants. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, I understand.
Then to count one in cause number 2024 CR 012668, how do you plea?
No me opongo.
No contest.
And cause number 2024 CR 012667, how do you plea?
No contest.
All right, in each cause number, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. And then in each cause number, and we'll start with cause number ending in 6-8. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison. Give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 012667. There's Chapter 62 compliance. There's to be no reentry to the United States. There's to be no contact with minors and no contact with the complainant. And the cause number 2024 CR 012667. The court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's a $1,500 fine. This will run concurrent with 2024 CR 012668. There's to be no reentry to the United States. Chapter 62 compliance. There's to be no contact with minors and no contact with the complainant. All right, and there's something you wanted to say, counsel? Yes. You want
to do that in the box.
Oh, yes, you can. All right. They're going to read something to you in the box, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Court is calling 2023 CR 7339 State versus Nicholas Isaiah Corpus. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Linda Corley for Mr. Corpus.
And are you Mr. Corpus?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Nicholas Isaiah Corpus who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 7339 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on November 9, 2023?
Yes, Your Honor, I know.
All right, state.
Your Honor, the state is going to proceed on violation of condition number 1 on or about the 27th day of April 2024 in Fairfield, Texas. The defendant, Nicholas Isaiah Corpus, committed the offense of violation of bond and violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And the state will waive the remaining violation.
Any objection?
No objections.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
I did understand, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
True.
No, do you still want to proceed with that?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. First amendment is to deny the motion to enter adjudication of guilt, continue the defendant on probation, put him on 6 months of GP trafficking only with the waiving of the fees. Additionally, to have a condition that there would be no application for early termination for at least 2 years.
All right, so here's my question. He's on deferred adjudication for assault, family choking, strangulation. He's just pled true to a violation of bond conditions, and I'm making an assumption, if I'm incorrect, let me know, that this violation bond or protective order is against the complainant.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why would he be continued?
Judge, this offense happened a year ago, and he hasn't had any other violations. It was actually not filed, but we had come forward for a compliance hearing to remove the GPS, which was granted. And at that time, that's when we were informed about this case. We didn't know anything about it until then. And so they didn't, so then the state went ahead and filed the case at that point. So it was a year ago. We haven't had any violations since then. I believe that probation, I don't know if they'll want to come speak, had recommended continuing as well. He hasn't had any other violations, Judge. And this was not a threatening situation or anything like that. It was very short phone call. And
What was the phone call for?
it was he just called her by her nickname and said, "I love you," and then hung up.
She don't want anything to do with you anymore. So did you make this phone call? Did you make this phone call?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. I was not in my right place of mind.
How do you feel about it now?
I do deeply regret it, and I have been reformed, and I'm a productive member of society ever since I've been out of Bear County Jail and since I left lifetime recovery.
All right.
And Judge, there haven't been any other.
So this incident from a year ago, I don't understand if this happened a year ago, why are we here? And it's really beyond a year. So why are we just having this addressed now?
Judge, probation sent in a request for early termination, and when, as a court, I mean, one of the stipulations, you have the state contact the victim to see if they're objecting to it. And when the state objected to it, based on the victim's statement, is how this all came about.
And I can speak to that, Your Honor. It seems that the violation of protective order was filed at large, so probation wouldn't have any idea about it until it was filed with that office. When we called to speak with the complainant at the last early termination hearing, she informed us that she didn't understand why this violation of the protective order wasn't going forward or had, so that's when we looked into it. That's when I said the violation of the order. That's why we're here today.
And if I can clarify, Judge, the case wasn't actually filed and there was until the day after of our compliance hearing, then they went and filed it. So we didn't know anything about it, and there wasn't a warrant issued yet, I don't believe.
So what's happening with this new case?
So we couldn't really put it on this agreement, but the agreement is to plead in a case as well. Probation for that as well.
To run concurrent with this case on the deferred.
All right. I still don't understand why.
And Judge, just to be clear also, I had filed a motion for early termination as well, but we didn't proceed with it because the new case was filed.
All right, this is what I still don't understand. I still don't understand why there's a case that's out in the universe for over a year. I don't understand that. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Since y'all are pleading him to that violation of protective order, and when is that gonna be done?
I'm gonna be representing him pro bono on that. I don't have his court date, but he's bought it out and he does have a court date. So we're planning to go in and do that.
And that's which court is that in?
I believe it was in 7, is that right?
I do believe it's in 7, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion. And the court is terminating him unsatisfactorily. Is there anything else? All right, thank you. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 004949 and 2025 CR 004950, State versus Jerod Wade. Could our parties announce?
For the state of Texas, Your Honor.
James Seeloff for the defense.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, did you review the discovery with your attorney? I'm sorry, sir, did you review the discovery with your client?
With myself and my client.
And have you received all discovery?
Yes, I believe I did.
All right, in each cause number, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Wade, in each cause number, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, did you review the true bill of indictments with your attorney? Did you understand them?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do.
State, in each cause number, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Wade, in each cause number, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
And for 9, you're charged with evading arrest, detention with a vehicle. And the cause number ending in 50, you're charged with assault on a public servant. Those are third-degree felonies. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. And by entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you understand that? And did you intend to give up those rights? And did you understand that you are also giving up the right to remain silent? And did you intend to give up, and did you intend to give that right? Did you understand if the court were to grant deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison in each of these cause numbers and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, he has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I think he was.
Mr. Wade, in each of these cause numbers, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
In each cause number, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. And each cause number, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And each cause number, according to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. You're not
Probated for 6.
well, no, it says that the box is checked, that there's no application for deferred adjudication. And then the state is opposed to, sorry, sir?
The state is recommending community supervision, but the state is opposed to deferred. You're recommending
Okay.
probation. If the state checked the wrong box, I'm sorry.
And
Judge.
that's okay. Any objections to the court correcting the boxes?
None from the state.
No objection, Your Honor.
It happens. I don't know why they make it be so complicated. So the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication.
Yes, ma'am.
The state is recommending community supervision. The cases are currently, there's to be restitution to Stephen Enriquez. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure? All right, so let me explain it to you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, that was the fee for the officer?
Yeah, that's gonna be a hearing later on to
Okay, yes, ma'am.
determine his sprained finger.
Yes,
If it
ma'am.
costs anything.
All right, you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to the plea, the state is recommending community supervision, but they don't want you to have deferred adjudication. You understand that?
You understand?
All right, so community
Probation.
supervision
It's
is a
probation.
form of probation,
Yes, ma'am.
but it's a felony conviction on your record. Deferred adjudication is a form of probation, but it is not a felony conviction on your record. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So the state, they're agreeing to your having a felony conviction and giving you probation. They don't want you to have the form of probation where you don't have a felony conviction. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
That was
Vince, is
our,
that the plea?
that was our understanding.
State, is that the plea?
That is the plea, Judge.
And you do understand that I determine whether or not you receive deferred or not. Do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
understand that?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
After hearing arguments from both parties.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No motion.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years. There be 100 hours of community service, restitution, defensive driving, and no contact with the complainant. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
That's our understanding. That's outside our plea agreement. Okay?
So in cause number 2025 CR 004949, how do you not guilty in contest?
Contest.
And in cause number 2025 CR 004950, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Yes.
State any evidence to support the plea?
State authors States Exhibit 1 with all attachments to both cases respectively.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, in each cause number, did you review the waiver and stipulations with you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine any witnesses? The state will call in the right to remain silent.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. All right, so this is what I can do because the state is opposed to your application for deferred adjudication. I can reset this in a couple of weeks. You can bring whatever witnesses you want to bring. The state will give me his criminal history and we can go from there. And then I'll make a decision on whether or not deferred.
Do you want to do that, or do you want just probation from the bench today?
I'm not trying, I just want probation. I just want to get this over with, man.
Well, yeah. So here's the thing. People say they want to get things over with, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And they don't think about the consequences of their actions. What I'm telling you is your attorney has applied for deferred adjudication. Not getting this over with right now, maybe I'll give you deferred adjudication and you won't have a felony conviction. But if you want to get this over right now, then what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a felony conviction, and that felony conviction is going to follow you wherever you go like a ball and chain. And it's going to affect your ability to get employment if that's what you're intending to do. But if you want to go for it, I'll go for it. You'll be found guilty and you'll receive your regular probation, and it's going to be a conviction on your record.
Where do you want to go?
How old are you?
31, ma'am.
31. You don't need to look at your attorney to make a decision. Do you want a felon?
I don't want, I'm a driver.
He's a truck driver, Your Honor, so it will
Yes,
affect his livelihood down the road. However, I told him that it may or may not, who knows, 6 years down the road with this administration, will be truck drivers, but be that as it may, you have a choice today.
I just want to take the probation, ma'am. That will be,
Do you understand? We can go off the record. Do you understand what you're saying to me, that you want a felony conviction? And what I'm telling you is, according to your plea bargain agreement, if I give you a felony conviction and you mess up on it, you're looking at 10 years in the prison. If you end up with deferred adjudication, you don't have a felony conviction. And if you mess up on it, you're looking at 10 years prison. So you're telling the court that you want to take the easy way out and get a conviction on your record. So you can be the felon. Felon Wade. Is that what you want?
no, ma'am.
So why do you need to look at your attorney to make a determination on whether or not you want to come back in 2 weeks? Because maybe in 2 weeks, maybe I'll give you deferred adjudication. Maybe your attorney is going to present something to me that will tell me that you're deserving of deferred adjudication. Maybe the state is going to come back to me and say, this is the only thing he has. He doesn't have any other criminal history. So what do you want to do?
What should we do? Ma'am, I don't know the land of the law. I'm just here.
I'm going to help in weeks.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. so
All
much.
right, so in 2 weeks' time, Ms. Ferguson, give me a 2-week reset. All right, so we're going to come back in July 10th, and at that time, the court will make a determination on your application.
Yes,
July 10th at 9 o'clock in this courtroom. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna reset. Don't leave without the reset. Judge, is it gonna be a tap?
No, you're waiving PSI, counsel?
I was going to.
All right, so the PSI is being waived.
It's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
thank you, Judge.
Court is calling 2025 CR 0015229 State versus Tony Rodriguez. Can I have parties announced?
Lindsay Shaw for Mr. Rodriguez.
And are you Mr. Rodriguez? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, waiving count 1 and waiving the habitual offender enhancement allegation.
No objection.
Did you understand you're charged in count 2 with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams as a second-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. According to the plea, the state is proceeding on count 2. Punishment is to be assessed at 10 years in the prison. The state recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2024 CR 009421, 2025 CR 002257. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Then to count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, I would just like the court to know, since I met Mr. Rodriguez, he has since voluntarily put himself through an inpatient lifetime recovery program. He completed 47 days. He brought proof of his certificates to court today. He was released on June 23rd, and just the difference I've seen and Mr. Rodriguez from the first time I met him, just I met him when we first met, he was in custody and he has since been able to bond out, put himself through lifetime recovery, and he's doing quite well. So I think he's anxious to prove to the court that he's going to complete probation and be successful.
All right, are you employed?
Not right now.
All right, so are you still in lifetime recovery outpatient? What are you doing?
I got a report on the third at 8 AM and then just a 90 days for as of right now.
So you're still there?
No, I still gotta go set up for outpatient.
Okay. All right, and who is Stephen Shelby?
Friend of mine,
All right, just a friend?
yes,
Middlebrook,
So you're not related?
Montoya? And how?
Do you have any children?
yes,
What are their ages?
25, 21 and 20
And do you live by yourself or you live with
with
someone?
my grandmother,
All right, who all lives in the household? Any minors?
to be her.
And somebody said on call. One in the bottom, one in the top.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
5
For what?
for me.
So you still have a lot of work to do.
I got, I attended. Sorry, I'm doing it.
Well, here's the thing, nobody can help you if you don't reach out and if you don't help yourself. Lifetime Recovery is a good program, but they can't give you tools and then you're just like, I'll take the meth, you know?
I understand.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 5 years, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be no contact with Stephen Douglas Shelby. There's to be no residing with minors. I want a referral to felony drug court, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. There's going to be 120 sober meetings in 120 days, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation is, taking consideration 2024 CR 009421, 2025 CR 002257. Probation, is there anything else?
No contact with that.
Stephen Douglas Shelby. And there's going to be 200 hours of community service restitution. You need to be kept busy. You understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I've had people who've come in here before and you could tell they're extremely high. I don't know when the last time you used meth, but what I do know is only 1 or 2 things going to happen if you don't get this under control. Either you're going to end up in somebody's jail, somebody's prison, or either somebody's going to have to identify your body. Here's a suggestion. You should probably go back to Lifetime and tell them you need to be in their inpatient treatment. One thing about drug use, you got to change people, places, and things. And obviously being at your grandmother's house, it may not be the environment inside your grandmother's house, but it may be the environment that's around her home, and you cannot resist temptation. You understand?
I understand.
So I'm going to refer you to felony drug court. You need to be 100% honest with them, and they should probably be able to accept you into the program by next week, hopefully.
Okay.
All right. But call Lifetime Recovery and tell them you need to be back in their inpatient treatment program. All right. And if there's anything you need from the court, we're here to help you. Okay.
I understand.
Thank you,
Thank you.
All right. Good luck to you. Thank you. All right. You have come up.
Yes, he's coming up.
Odyssey. All right. So the plea deadline date was extended for today.
Your Honor, we still have the same issue that we had last setting, getting the remaining discovery that we needed. I've conferred with Mr. Adam, he can speak to that
Yes,
video.
let's speak to that.
I sent a request to SAPD's Covert Supervisors Unit asking them for the Coban recordings that are listed on the SB 111 statement. I did that on the 12th. I did it again yesterday, and then I did it this morning, and this time informing them that if they do not produce the recordings that are listed on the SB 111 statement, that may result in dismissal of this case.
All right, so here's the thing. It's been asked for since,
It was a couple settings ago, Judge.
yeah, forever. So, yeah, it's something is happening with this case today. If people want to have cases heard, people who have evidence need to turn it over to the defense. So it's being heard today. So do I need to have a jury called up? What are we doing?
So we can confirm.
Yes. Rogelio Alfonso Rodriguez?
Did I write Rodriguez?
Uh-huh.
Should be Elizondo.
Okay.
I don't have it. I don't have.
Thank you.
It's,
Hand that back to you, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Elizondo, here's the thing. I don't know anything about your case. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's can pass beyond a reasonable doubt or not. But what I do know is that the only reason why this case is being dismissed is because the state has been waiting forever for some records from the law enforcement to be delivered to your counsel so that he can represent you. So you may see this as like, yay, I won. But I'm telling you right now, you better change your life, because what you're involved in, only one or two things gonna happen. Either you're gonna end up at the prison, either you're gonna take some drugs, because people tend, no matter how many times they watch Scarface, you know what they always do? Use their own product. So that may end up happening. Either you're gonna end up with a shootout at somebody, because people have been known to say, I wanna buy from you. And really, they just wanna take your money. And fast money is never good money. And you cannot be building your happiness off somebody else's misery. Do you have brothers or sisters? And how old are they? Are they younger than you? Older than you? Well, let me ask you this. Who is the person in your life that you love, that you say, that's my person, they have my heart, if anything were to happen to them, I would be devastated? All right, your parents, your sister. How would you feel if somebody were out there engaged in this type of activity involving the one that you love? And the one that you love is struggling, trying to get it right, but around every corner, there's somebody doing this. How would you feel?
Heartbroken.
So you had better stop this and better straighten up and fly right. And they're dismissing this for further investigation. I don't know if it's going to come back or not, but you had better fly right. Otherwise, we're going to be reading about you on the news for something that is not good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
And here's your dismissal.
Thank you, Judge.